for example, before 200 years, they get used to marry at 11, age of 11. And when you compare the age of 11 to our age, no, to our time, it's like kind of a little girl, but it was like it works and it gets families in just 100 years ago. So what about 1400 years ago? Why we need to judge people and cultures upon our time? In their time it is okay, and the evidence for that it was okay, the people or the disbelievers who gonna try to kill the prophet, peace up on him, and they try to give any excuse to disbelieve the Quran. They didn't mention these issues, because if it was a little bit wrong, they're gonna be mention that issues and use it against the prophet. But it was very, very like very normal thing in that age. So did you get me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and about like the one who wanna make this wrong, you must like like establish a criteria to distinguish what is wrong, what is right. Because some people they say the truth is relative to person, to another person. So if the truth is absolute, you need something out of the human being, something who gonna establish the criteria to what is wrong,
But
what is right.
the Prophet
Yeah.
Muhammad married a 6-year-old, not
No,
9,
nine, nine, nine. Six,
and
they
He
are.
married
consummated
6, but
at 9.
consummated at 9. Yes.
So
So
you're
what's
Yeah,
kind of
your
wrong,
issue with that?
Khalil. You're wrong
no,
there.
nine, it's like the age of getting together, and six, it's like I don't know how to explain that, but like
Like
in papers or like
what do
they,
you call it nowadays?
yeah,
What is it? Engagement. Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
Do you agree with that now in 2021?
No, because it's
And
different.
why not? Are you saying the Prophet Muhammad was wrong?
No, no, I just
You didn't
explained that.
understand the point.
Yeah, you
Okay,
missed the point.
the criteria in Islam is no harm. If there is any kind of physical or mental harm in this marriage, it will be not permissible in Islam.
Don't
So
you
it
think
was.
marrying a 6-year-old may cause some sort of mental harm to a 6-year-old child?
No, nothing happened to her. She was totally okay, and she was one of the best women and
Yeah,
one of the best
But
scholars
she was.
how
on
do
her
uh,
you
life.
psychologically assess that? How do you do that?
okay.
Through what we know about her history, she was totally fine, okay, and better than women
Other,
who married at the age of whatever the age that you like. So
yeah,
nothing happened to
and
her. You
and the,
can't prove otherwise.
and like the history tell us about the age. Even in the same history, in the same book, they said Aisha radiallahu anha, it was one of the best scholars in the world of Islamic. They say the mother of the believers, Mu'mineen.
Yeah,
So
if that
if
marriage affected
Do
her, she
you
wouldn't become this.
do you
yeah,
accept the current diagnosis by psychology in general that assesses Muhammad as a pedophile? Do you agree with that assessment? Yes or no? And give me your
You know
reasons.
the answer already. You know the answer already. Why do
If
you
if
ask
you
look,
me?
look,
if you're
look,
going to say
Sarah.
no, that's okay, but please give me your reasons.
Okay, okay, Sarah.
What's your
Before we answer about that,
definition of
what is the age
pedophile?
of marriage for you? What is the age of marriage?
I'm not sure.
Right. So you don't have
I
any
don't think
criteria.
that is relevant to the
Yeah.
question.
Okay,
So
okay.
at that
Let me
time,
answer
nine
the
it was
question.
okay.
You're
So if you don't
answering
have
a
a
question with a question. I'm just
no,
asked
no.
you.
What,
Before we answer
what
the
is a
question, you must
pedophile? A
establish the criteria.
pedophile?
Yeah.
Okay, a pedophile is a person who enjoys having sex with children, right? So Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he married at the age of 6, and he waited 3 years to consummate his marriage. A pedophile will never wait 3 years to have sex with a woman he has already as his wife or as a property. Pedophiles will not wait for 3 whole years to do that. Pedophiles will just go ahead and do whatever they want because they are kings. Like in his
Not
case, he was a
necessarily.
king of that.
Sometimes they groom them for years. It may take years.
they will wait 3 years for a person they already own. That's a pedophile would do that. Come on.
Sometimes they own them, did you just say?
Like I'm giving you an example. A pedophile who has a wife of 6 years old, and he will just wait 3 whole years to consummate his marriage. He will never touch her sexually until she gets at the age of puberty. A pedophile do that? Be patient 3 years to consummate the marriage that he has, who owns it already. Like no one will condemn him for doing that. Come on, that's that's the start. Like yeah. So that's a point. Another point, like Prophet Muhammad had many wives, right? So the
Uh-huh.
only one was under the age, like Aisha was the only one at the age of 9. All of them were, or most of them were actually older than him.
What's your
Women
point?
were, my point, if he's a pedophile, he will go after children, not
That's
old
not
women.
true. That's not true. The majority, a vast majority of pedophiles actually like adult women or men.
From where did you get that?
Come on. But they,
Clinical
they
psychology.
prefer practice
Yeah,
their
that was
sex with
wrong.
children more. So they will go after children, not wait for a long time and marrying just non-sexy woman, like or just like at the age of 50 and 60. Come on, who would?
No, no,
Uh,
there is like a short way to finish this discussion because the book that he said he married at the age of 9, he said it was like it's okay for that culture, for their family, the
exactly.
prophet family, and even the same book they said the moons the prophet shows the evidence for their people by splitting the money into two sides. So if you believe in this story, you must believe in that too, and you believe it is a prophet. If you don't believe the same book, so you must deny the whole book. You cannot choose part of books and deny others. If you believe in that book, the history, the hadith, the narration of Islam, you must accept the evidence and the miracles of Islam. And when
Yeah,
you accept the miracles of Islam, you're gonna submit that this prophet is from the God, the only God.
yeah,
If you deny it,
yeah.
you must deny the whole book. So we finish this discussion. It's easy.
Another important point, yes, also dependent on in the case of their society. If this abnormal in this society, this act of marrying a 6-year-old and then consummated the marriage at the age of 9, if this act is abnormal in their time, so he would be criticized by his enemies, but none of them actually criticized him about that. Why? The reason why, because this was the culture there. That was their own culture, that was their own belief. That's totally okay with them to get married
So
to get
because it
married at
was
this age.
in culture, that makes it acceptable.
That makes it acceptable if there is no harm. Again, this is the criteria in Islam. If there is no mental or physical harm in any marriage, then it's acceptable.
and
If there is
and
any kind of harm, even if the age is like 25, 25 old guy and 25 old woman, and they
So
got married,
you
but
don't
there is a
think
harm, then it will
marrying
not
a
be.
6-year-old would cause mental harm?
at that time,
It will cause mental harm in our time right now, maybe. So it will be not allowed. If there is any harm, there it will be not allowed in Islam. Islam prohibited this. But
Well,
if
what is the
there
difference
is no harm,
between now and then? It's the same.
no, it's not
their
the
bodies
same.
are different. They are biologically different. They were like reaching the age of puberty at the age of 6, 7, 8. Most of them, the girls, there at this time because they were living in a different environment, very
Yeah,
hot
in a
environment.
desert, harsh
Yeah,
environment.
that
Yeah,
has impacts on their age of puberty. That now is different from our world
Do you
nowadays when
have
we most of you.
peer-reviewed source on that you could maybe
Yes, of
share?
course, you
Thank
can
you.
yeah.
find that a lot.
No, you made the claim, so can you provide me the source?
Yeah, I should provide with the source, but I can look for it. Okay,
Even
actually, the
even
person
even if
who said
brands.
that, is non-Muslim scholar. He's the guy who did a search on that. Like he was a scientist who was not a Muslim. That's what I
What's your
read, but
point?
I can get it for you, so, and you can also look for it. It's yeah,
So
totally
being
fine. That
non-Muslim makes the point more
No,
valid.
no,
no.
it's just it
No, he
makes
said
it
no,
more
no Muslims
sensible,
because
more
he was,
reasonable.
How would it make
yeah.
it more
There is no
reasonable? Are you
bias.
saying that Islam is unreasonable?
No, no. If it was
Yeah,
Muslim, you're gonna be like he is proving that because he is Muslim based on his faith or his emotion. But the study was taken by non-Muslim to take this assumption or this theory about the Muslim are gonna win with his religion. You get the point?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so if a non-Muslim, it makes the evidence very clear and very honest or something fair.
Okay, can I ask you a question? What if
Before
you know a 9-year-old and she's hitting puberty? Is that okay to marry her in 2021?
in this time, it
again,
no,
if
but
it's
in that
if
time it
there's
was
any kind
okay.
of harm, no, no, again, if there's any kind of harm, it's not permissible. If there is no any kind of harm and she's okay with that and everybody's okay with that, then it's okay. It's not our business. They're okay with that and there is no kind of harm.
So
So what's
you're
your point?
okay. You're okay with that.
Yeah, if there is no harm, yes.
And
If you have
our
a
question
problem,
to
you tell
you,
us what's your
Okay.
yeah,
problem. That's the question.
and our question to you, what is your criteria for distinguish what is wrong, what is right?
Yes, like based on what?
I
Are you the
didn't.
God here,
I
or
did
like
not
you know
invent a
what's right and what's
criteria.
wrong?
Hmm?
Okay, so
I
what's
did not invent any criteria.
So now
so you're
every
just
person
asking?
has a criteria. So like when you ask, is it good? Is it harm? Is it okay? So you are denying it yourself. So you have a criteria. Absolutely, you have criteria. For example, killing people. Is it a good thing or bad thing?
It could be subjective. What if someone was killing you, killing your
Okay.
family in your
If
home?
yeah, okay. If someone kill some another without a reason.
And what has that got to do with what this
Yeah, no, no.
topic?
Is it wrong? No, no. Is wrong or right?
It depends on the circumstance,
Without a reasons, it depends. It depends on what.
on many factors.
For example, a person without
A,
no
the
reason
law in the
killed.
country. B, what's happening at the time. Many factors. It's not the same thing. It is totally different.
No, I said very clear. Someone who is killing some another one
Okay,
without any reason.
okay. Now tell
If
me, how is this the same topic? What is your
okay,
point?
when you answer me, you're
I
gonna
just
discover.
did. I just did.
No, no. You said depends on country. What differs from this action happens in USA or United Kingdom or in Asia, in China. Some people like a person killed someone without any reason. What changes if the country? What country should do with this to say like it
They're
depends on the
completely
country?
different countries with different law systems, and they say three different
No,
things.
no. I'm not talking about the punishment. I'm talking about the verb, the action itself. I don't care about the punishment. You are talking about the punishment. I'm talking about this action. Is it good or is it wrong? Come on, it's very clear to be wrong. If you are
It
if you
depends.
on what,
Many factors.
like what?
What if it was a family member?
What changed that? A family member without a reason, killing someone without a reason? Come on, you are just like
What is
yeah, yeah, like every person in this life. Why are we making like jail for those crimes? Why we do like judgment? Why we do all this? Because all the people agree by nature this is something wrong. You cannot like um, disagree on that. If you disagree on that, there is a problem, and that's the point. If you have no criteria to
But
distinguish what is wrong, what is right,
two of you have different criterias. You say it's wrong to marry a 9-year-old, have sex with him, but Muhammad said it's okay.
no, we don't say it's 9. It's okay. We say there
You
is a
said
condition, and
two
when you
different
reach this
things.
condition, no, wait. When you reach these conditions, it's okay. When you don't reach these conditions, it's not okay. In that time, you can reach this condition. In this time, it sometimes can happen, it sometimes not. So if it is happened and it reach these conditions, which is like there is no law make this condition like in this how can in this wisdom. So if it reaches this conditions, so it's okay because there is no harm, there is no like obsession, like there is no problem with that. So why it's not okay?
Look at this guy, life savior. It's making me laugh.
Okay.
Okay, I just have a question, Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Really, I read some of the messages on the chat. They were saying that you're, I just forgot. Oh, Nana. Is that you, Nana?
Uh-huh. It's me, Nana.
So you were trolling us all this time?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good troll.
Where about you, Sarah? Are you an atheist?
No, she's not.
Christian?
No.
Agnostic?
No. It's a surprise. You're trolling us, but it's like testing us or just something.
I'm
Muslim?
Muslim, like you.
Oh, yeah. Sarah. So where are you from? Sarah
I'm
Khalil.
from Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Where are you from, Khalil?
Okay, so we are from Saudi Arabia, and do you think that was the prophet pedophile? Come on.
She was just messing.
I'm just asking.
Trolling.
I'm learning about Islam.
That's great. I'm from Algeria.
You, you're choosing voiceover, right? That's not your voice. Why are you doing this? To have fun?
Doing what, honey? Boo-boo?
Changing your voice picture, going under fake
So,
account.
so you don't recognize me straight away?
Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, okay, whatever. Ah,
Can I ask you one more question?
yes.
How do you feel about a recording of what you said being uploaded to YouTube on my channel? Do you mind?
Oh gosh. So that's all about. I was afraid that you're gonna say that. So you recorded the whole thing, starting
Uh-huh.
from where?
I'm not sure. Do you mind?
I don't know. Do you mind, Khalil?
Yes, I mind because I am bad in English. Maybe it takes the words in the wrong side, you know.
It's okay. Yeah, if it's about English, no, we all make mistakes.
No, like when you say I'm trying to say something, maybe they can understand in another way.
What was that, Muhammad?
Yes, I
We all...
am.
Did you just say we all make mistakes?
Yes, it's not our native language. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, honey, we all make mistakes. It's okay.
So since